For mindful smelling, the thing about smelling is that it connects to our memories. So who remembers what part of the brain stores our memories? It's not the amygdala. It's not the prefrontal cortex. It's the hippocampus, okay? The hippocampus, the green, right back here. That's your hippocampus. All right? So your smells that we take in instantly connect to an experience. Think of something that is a smell that you just know what it is immediately. And it might connect to a past experience, good or bad, doesn't matter. Okay? One of my pleasant memories is fresh cut grass. I love that smell. Okay? Reminds me of spring, summer, playtime, joyfulness. Fresh cut grass is something that I enjoy the smell of. Most people enjoy the smell of roses. Okay? They have roses. Most people like it. Me? I don't like the smell of roses. How crazy is that? I think they're pretty. But when I smell a rose, it reminds me of my time in high school when I worked at a florist. And I would have to de-thorn, take all the thorns off of those roses. So I would get thorns in my fingers and hands, everything. It was nuts. And roses are very dirty. But I didn't know that until I worked in that environment for 3 years. Okay? So to me, I smell roses and I'm like, ugh, right? Somebody else who's like, roses, how awesome. Okay? So your smells connect to a distinct memory, typically, that is unique to you. So that's kind of cool. On our Google Meet, we'll ask you about some of your pleasant smells and memories that go along with that. Descriptive words for those smells may be something like sweet, strong, fresh, mild, rotten, minty, fruity, spicy, sour smell, flowery, fishy, or moldy. Okay, those might be some smells that you can very clearly describe in your writing for me today, based on your experiences. Okay, some of you in the classroom, what do you think about this smell of freshly sharpened pencils? Have you ever thought about that? Freshly sharpened pencils. Maybe next time you sharpen one, you'll pay attention to that smell because you'll be mindful to it. Okay. No matter what, those smells connect us to a person, a place, or a thing somewhere within your experience and in your world. I don't want opinions on that. I don't want you to say it's gross, it's disgusting. The smell of a skunk is gross. That's an opinion, okay? The smell of roses is wonderful. That's an opinion. I need more descriptive words. Fresh, moldy, okay? Those type of words. If I had you in class, we would take different spices, maybe some sweet smelling things too, and we would have you do like a blind smelling test, okay, with those spices. You can do this at home if you want to. It's not an assignment. And kind of write down your own descriptive words. Maybe add some vinegar in there. Smell some vinegar and see what that mindful smelling is like. Okay. Let's get to mindful tasting. This would be a fun one to do in class, but I don't know how many of you have chocolate chips in your house or lemon in your house or grape juice in your house, so it's hard for me to do this with you, but maybe some of you, I think some of you will go experiment on your own, which is pretty cool, okay? So that you can practice this perspective or this mindful tasting that's going on. Mindful tasting or slowing down to savor your food and notice its flavor, its texture, its temperature. That's what mindful tasting is all about. It helps you to identify discrete taste sensations, build descriptive skills, and approach food with a healthy outlook. Okay? So, if we were in class, I would take a grape flavored drink and I would take 100% grape juice. And I would make you taste them in a blind taste test and give me a description of both. Now, some of you may have never had 100% just grape juice. So you may not know what that smells like. So you could have very good descriptive words for that. Taste like. So you could have some very descriptive words for that. Some of you have never had just a grape flavored drink. So you would have different words to describe that. Is it powdery? Is it fresh? Is it sour, sweet? Those type of words, okay? Our taste buds detect sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. We can taste all those areas just using our taste buds, okay? So I want you to close your eyes and imagine this for a minute. Imagine tasting a lemon. Start by picturing a bright yellow lemon. Now, imagine the smell as you slice that lemon. Next, imagine bringing a slice of lemon to your lips. Bring the lemon slowly into your mouth and bite down on the pulpy inside. Let your mouth enjoy or savor the taste of a lemon. If you were mindfully thinking of that and listening to that, are you creating more saliva in your mouth right now? How did your body react to that? Some of you have tasted lemon before, a raw lemon. Not just lemon flavor, but a raw lemon, okay? And you know it's like a type of taste, right? But maybe you haven't tasted a lemon, and so you're more open now to try tasting a lemon. Some of you may even like it, have good experiences with it. So we're going to, here's something I want you to do. There are two things I want you to do with our assignments today. One, I'm going to have you do a Google form for me and write out some descriptive words of some of your experiences and memories, okay? Two, because I can't do this with you here, I want you to do this next time you're sitting down and eating, okay? And take your time. You're supposed to take 10 to 15 minutes at least, at a minimum, to eat your food. Otherwise, your stomach doesn't know when you're full, okay? So sit down, savor your meal, and I want you to be a reviewer of that food, okay? Pretend like you're one of those world famous travelers that go and taste all these foods from across, wherever, across the United States or whatever, to these little restaurants, and you get to criticize these meals, okay? I want you to choose one thing to taste mindfully. You've had it before, no big deal. But I want you to change your outlook on it. I want you to taste it mindfully. And take notes on how to look at it, something you might not have realized before. I want you to hold it or pick it up. I want you to feel and taste the food in your mouth. What's the texture of it? What's the temperature of it? Okay? Feel and move it around. What's the flavor of it in your mouth? And chew it. Okay? I want you to be real mindful about just one object on your plates and have that be a practice that you do so that you can begin being more mindful. What that's going to do is lead you to a healthier balance of wanting to try different foods or new foods or just being curious about foods. A lot of times as children, we're more picky, okay? We might be tasting something that's maybe a little chalky. I had descriptive words here somewhere. That may be a little chalky, that may be sour, or something that you just don't like. Some people say they can taste chemicals in processed foods, okay? My son can taste those chemicals because he doesn't have a wide variety of food, and when he tastes something, he's like, nope, that's gross. It's fake, I can tell, okay? But if you give him fresh produce, he loves it. He will devour it, okay? So you will know by being mindful in your taste, your smell, and your sight, you'll be more willing to self-regulate and have control over what you're willing to eat or what you're willing to try. Okay? So, I know I crammed those 3 lessons into one today, so the lesson is a little longer. I'm sorry. But that will help us move forward. I didn't want to spend a whole week on each of those sentences. Okay, so you'll have a Google form to fill out. Be mindful of at least one thing on your plate, either at dinner tonight or at lunch today, or maybe even breakfast tomorrow. Okay, and I want to hear about those experiences via Google Meet. Okay, so I hope to see you there. Have a great day. Bye-bye.